Hey guys, it's Nezzle. Welcome back to my channel, Nezzle. And today I'm going to chat with you about what you can do as a parent or even as a student to cope a little better during this period of online learning. We've now been doing online learning for quite a few weeks in Grenada, and in other parts of the world it's been going on for a while longer. And I got this request from a parent asking me to discuss this topic with you guys. So if this is a video that you enjoy, please thumbs it up so that I will know. Leave a comment in the comment section and subscribe if you're new or if you haven't yet subscribed, because guess what? I have decided that going forward I'm going to add another video day to my video days. So currently I post a new video every Friday at 2 p.m. and I post a couple of bonuses. But what I want to do is add a guaranteed sit down video, and we're going to call them Nezzle Talks. Hopefully I want to have them every Tuesday, so it'll be Nezzle Talks Tuesday. So I hope you guys are excited about that. I am really excited to be able to bring this to you guys. And some of you may or may not know, but I do work as a guidance counselor at a secondary school here in Grenada. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology and my master's degree in counseling psychology. So I believe that there's a lot of knowledge and information that I have that I can share with you guys. So what I have also done is I have gone ahead and created an email address specifically for these videos. So all you have to do is send your email to nezzletalks@gmail.com and you include what the topic is that you would like me to talk about. So whether it be something to do with schooling or finding work or things about Grenada, marriage, any kind of topic that you think I can shed some light on, you can send it to that email address. You have the freedom to remain anonymous. I've noticed that sometimes people shy away from the comment section, and I get it. Before I started doing YouTube myself, I rarely used to leave comments. So if you are not comfortable commenting, although I really love to chat with you guys in the comment section, so comment, I will respond. But if you're not comfortable commenting, you can send your question safely, easily to that email address, and I will answer it in one of the upcoming Nezzle Talks Tuesdays. So you can send in your question. You just be as clear as can be as to what the question is that you think I can answer. Hopefully something that will draw from my psychological background, and I'll be happy to answer it for you guys. But I really hope you're excited about it. Let me know in the comment section if you're excited about Nezzle Talks Tuesdays and what you might be most excited for. So finally, we're getting into today's video topic. Sorry for the super long intro, but we're talking about how you can cope better as a parent during this period where a lot of children are still at home. I know that some schools are working towards reopening. In some parts of the world, some schools have already reopened. Where I live in Grenada, we are not yet open. We are still doing online learning, and so I thought it would be helpful to make this video. The first thing I want to say is that as a parent, don't feel like you have to be the teacher. I know that a lot of parents feel that way. Their child is suddenly at home with them and they have to monitor and control what the child is doing, and it can feel like a lot sometimes what the child is doing. You don't know the answer to it, and it can be really frustrating. Or maybe you're not at home with your child. Maybe you have to go to work and your child is at home and you don't know how to monitor that. You don't know how to deal with that. It's another stressful thing for you. Hopefully this video will help you. So as I said, you're not the teacher. You don't have to be the teacher. You work along with the teacher. And in that vein, you should have a relationship with your child's teacher or teachers. So communicate with them very early on. Find out what way they would like to be communicated with. So do they prefer if you call them or email them, WhatsApp message? What do they prefer? Also ensure that you know the times that they are comfortable being contacted. Some parents can take it overboard and message teachers late at night, early in the morning. Remember, teachers need their time as well, but find time when you can speak to them. Find out how your child is doing. If there are assignments that your child has gotten that they have not received, all of that will help you to feel a lot more comfortable with either leaving your child at home to go to work, provided your child is old enough and you're not worried about that whole age thing. But yeah, whether it's leaving your child at home to go to work or whether it is simply being better able to assist them while you're at home with them, I believe that this will help you a lot. Now, the next thing I think that will really help you as a parent is to get your child into a routine. Routines help. When they are going to regular school, they have a routine. They get up, they will brush their teeth, take a shower, get dressed, go to school. Try to make them have a routine for their at-home learning. So whether it be that they get up, they take a shower, they brush their teeth, they change into some comfortable clothes, then they have some breakfast. It's always important that they eat, because if a child is hungry, they are not going to be able to focus. So make sure they have a healthy breakfast, and have them know that, okay, for a certain amount of time, you are going to be working on this, that, and the other. Of course, you don't want to be controlling every little thing that they do, but you want them to have a level of structure. That will help them to get used to that format. So every day, just as they would get up to go to school, they get up to go to online school. It will also help if they have like a set bedtime and wake up time, just as they would when they're going to school, or I should say just as they should when they're going to school, because I realize that a lot of children don't have a bedtime. But it really does help them to stay on schedule when they have a bedtime, a wake up time, and also have cutoff times for schoolwork in terms of the school hours. Yes, if they have homework or whatever, that can be done after, but children really need that time for breaks. So make time for breaks where they can play and just have fun, whatever that is for them. Encourage them to have active breaks, because if they're on the computer communicating with their teachers for a large portion of the day, they need to be active when they're taking their breaks. So discourage the breaks that are just scrolling on Instagram and scrolling on Facebook. Those are fine in short bursts, but they need to engage in some physical activity. And as I mentioned, physical activity, I think it will be really good if you engage with them in physical activity if you are able to. It will help you as a parent, and it will also help the student. And I say this because exercise is one of the best ways to manage and reduce stress, as well as to keep our bodies physically healthy and fit and all of that. So if you're able to exercise with your children, that will be an awesome way to keep them active and to reduce your stress levels at this time. I also believe it will help you a lot if you are acquainted with the platforms that your children are being taught on. So I know in Grenada we have the MSTAP platform that is coming on board slowly, and a lot of teachers in the meantime are using platforms like Edmodo, Zoom, and WhatsApp in order to communicate with the students. So it would be good if you have an understanding of how to use those platforms so that you can help your children if they don't fully understand it, and that way everything should flow a lot smoother. If possible, I know this one will not be possible for every household, but if possible, set aside a specific area for your children to study or do their schoolwork. In the same way that they will leave home to go to school, which is their dedicated school space, it will be good if they have a place in the house that they know to be their virtual school, in a sense. That way, whenever they're in that spot, they know what they should be doing. They should be getting work done. They should be productive, that sort of thing. And then even though I mentioned that you should be familiar with the learning platform that your children are using, ensure that when they are doing work, if you happen to be at home with them, that you're not hovering over them, that you monitor what they're doing. Yes, you can check in ever so often to make sure that they're doing work and they're not, scrolling or playing games, but at the same time, you don't want to hover. You wouldn't normally be there if they're at regular school, so you don't need to be a constant presence while they're at home. And that should help you as well as them, because they don't feel like they're being constantly monitored, and you don't feel like you have an extra job to do while you're at home working from home, or while you're at home trying to find a new job, or whatever might have you home at this particular time. And if you're out at work, then of course when you get home, you can just do a little check to see that, find out what they did. So you can chat with them in the afternoon and ask them like what did they do through the day, have a look at what they did. And similarly on mornings, you can check in with them, ask them what they have planned for the day, let them show you what they have planned. You can also do a kind of evaluation at the end of each day to see, okay, you accomplished this today, what are we trying to accomplish tomorrow? What can we do better tomorrow? That sort of thing. Now this one applies to, again, both you and the student. You need to have some me time every day. So you need to make some me time for you as the parent, and your child should also have some time for themselves where they get to reflect, because it's a change for them as much as it's a change for you. They don't get to see their friends every day. They don't get to get a break from you every day unless you're going out to work. So give them that time just for them when they can be alone and process, and you take that time to do something that will help you to relax and just to, you know, de-stress. That me time can be used to do things like exercise, reading, watching TV, anything that you can do that helps you to feel less stressed. If you haven't been physically active for the day though, I think it should be something that includes action. So walking, running, I don't know, something. Be active. It's very important. In addition to me time, make sure that you also have family time. That will be a great time when you're coming together, especially if you're currently going out to work. When you come home, it'll be great if you have some family time. Just some time where you spend with your children, all of you together, and you can chat about the day, what they did. You can chat about other things that might be bothering them. It'll be good for them to know that they can come to you and talk to you. So make sure that you have that family time once you're able to, once your job allows you to. Try as best you can to have that family time, and you know, even incorporate little things like watching a movie together or playing a game together, board games, you know, all those kinds of things will really help to make everyone more comfortable during this period. I also think it's a great thing to encourage your children to be more organized. When they're going to school, they have a book for every subject, or they should have a book for every subject. So even if they're doing things online on the computer, have them put different things in folders so they know, okay, if I'm doing English today and I do this English here, let me put this in a folder, so that they have everything documented, so they don't lose work, so they don't find themselves having to go and redo work that they have already done, all of that, so they don't get stressed out and then they stress you out and everybody's stressed out and no one wins. So help them to be more organized, encourage them to be more organized, and hopefully that should reduce your stress as well as theirs. With all of that said, you need to be prepared to be flexible. As much as you may want them to schedule everything and, you know, have that spot and have a routine and all of those things that I mentioned already, still be flexible. Remember, every home is different, every child is different, every person is different, every situation is different. So what might work for your best friend may not work for you. What might work for your brother or your sister may not work for you. What might work for one of your children may not work for your other child. So see what works for your family and for your home. It's no one size fits all situation. It's just about making the most out of a difficult situation. And above all, try and be positive. This is just for a time. It is not forever. We hope it's not forever. We know it's not forever. So let's just make the most of it while we are in this situation. Look for the positives. The fact that if you are at home while your child is at home, you have more time with your child than you normally do. You have a chance to connect with them in a way that you don't normally have, and so you can take advantage of that. If you happen to be one of those parents who has to work and leave your child at home, which I know a lot of you have to do, then I know that that can be really difficult for you, especially if you have young children. Having them at home, you have to find people to care for them. It's a whole thing, but you know, still try and be as positive as possible. Focus on the fact that you're healthy, that you have children who are happy and alive, and that hopefully your biggest challenge right now is this online learning thing. So I really hope that you found these tips helpful. I tried to go as in-depth with them as I could. So remember to thumbs it up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget, Nezzle Talks Tuesdays is going to be a thing. Hopefully you guys are excited about it as I am, and I'm not here staring at an empty email and no one emailing me. But yeah, send me an email at nezzletalks@gmail.com. I almost said Nezzle Talks Tuesdays. nezzletalks@gmail.com, and I will work on creating a video to answer your questions. So don't be shy, send your questions. Once it's something that I am able to answer, I will seek to do so. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of this first Nezzle Talks Tuesday video. And of course, subscribe if you're new, because there are going to be lots more of these videos coming soon. I have a couple others already planned, and I'm excitedly looking out for your emails. So subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications every time I post. And for those of you who are here for the vlogs, don't worry, the vlogs are not going anywhere. They're still going to be coming to you. We're just adding stuff. We're building. We're getting better. All right? So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.